Hey guys, gwyned here, bringing you a quick matchup from MPDC 1910. I was trying out a new MonoBlack build. Hope you enjoy watching this. So let's take a look at my opener. As you can tell, like I said, playing MonoBlack. Running about 22 land, which as it turns out may be one too much, although I have several high drops. One of the things I love about this deck, got some great ways of getting damage in. You've got some card draw and Sign in Blood. Most of the creatures are 2 mana casting costs or less because one of the things you can do is then use Driver of the Dead, which I haven't seen used much, to immediately get some great card advantage. So anyway, I think you'll get a chance to see that one play out in this match. So I ended up winning the dice roll and kept my starting 7. As we start out with the Swamp, opponent plays a white followed by a Doomed Traveler, probably a white weenie build, be my guess. Obviously drew another land, which is great here. I am going to go ahead and run out the Highborn Ghoul since it has the ability to get past his Doomed Traveler. Alright, so not playing white weenie, looks like Selesnya maybe. He's going to swing in, obviously not going to block, and he's going to play Pacifism on the Highborn Ghoul. Alright, so here's Driver Did It. This is what I'm telling you about. This is why this particular build has so many 2-mana creatures in it, because this works as even better than a Gravedigger. You have not only do you have the extra power, but rather than it getting back to your hand, it immediately comes back to the battlefield. Not a lot of real great 2-mana black creatures, but I think there's enough that it's a concept that I think is worth trying out. So obviously here, going to go ahead and play out the Vampire Interloper. Could have played out the Servant, but it doesn't really do me any good to play it out. Of course, if I draw a land, I could have done 2 different 2 mana, so that might have been a mistake. I think in retrospect it would have been better just to go ahead and play out the Servant. But in any case, doesn't really matter. He's going to swing in with the Doomed Traveler and follows it up with a second Doomed Traveler. Didn't draw a land, so didn't pay the price there, but I think playing out the Servant last time would have been better. Here, obviously, going to go ahead and play out the Servant, and now can swing in with the Interloper for an extra point of damage that way. Dropping my opponent down to 17. Opponent's going to swing in with both the Doomed Travelers, which assumedly means he has a follow-up play. He doesn't. That was definitely a mistake if he didn't have a follow-up play there, because it will allow me now to swing in with both of these. It is one of the things I like about the Servant, is that you, although it only has 1 toughness, if you can get in a clear board, 3 damage for 3 mana is really good. Obviously hit my opponent here for 5, does not have a play there, and I will go ahead and Sign in Blood, see if I can find myself a land, which I do, put into play, and then I can also drop the second Highborn Ghoul and pass the turn back to my opponent. He does find his 3rd land drop. He's going to go ahead and hang a Doomed Traveler back, and then follow it up with Centaur Healer. Great card for him. Let's see what I'm able to do with it. Obviously, I have lots of different options to get rid of it. Here, I think I will just go ahead and use Victim of the Night to get it out of the way. Tempting to use Doomed Traveler, but since it's not actually going to keep me from swinging in here, I will just attack with the Vampire Interloper and the Highborn Ghoul, since neither of them can be blocked, dropping my opponent down to 11. And then follow it up with a Tormented Soul and pass the turn back. Opponent finds another land. Now he's going to go ahead and swing in, so again, presumably has a follow-up play. Ah, great, has an Intended Knight, which is good because it gives him 2 different blockers. So the question is here, I've got 2 different pieces of removal. If I get rid of both of these, it's probably going to be worth it. Let's take a look at what I draw. A land, so that's not really relevant. So here, I think I am going to just go ahead and take out both the Intended Knight and the Soldier. It's a 2-for-1 against me, but on the other hand, it does allow me to swing in for just a whole bunch of damage here. Dropping him down to 3, which is really, really good for me. So let's see if my opponent's able to find anything. He's not, and so that's how the game ended. That was game 1. Be back in a second for game 2.